Hello, Cancer. I hope you're doing well today. I'm going to have you take a deep breath with me. And in. And out. Thank you. I have some pre-pulled cards from the Facet Card and Oracle deck, and then we're going to go over to the tarot. Cultivation. Spring. And terrarium. Cultivation. Organization and refinement. Tending the details of your design. Putting important components in the right order to ensure a prosperous outcome. What are you cultivating at this time? Spring. Outward movement, unfurling, expansion. Symbolic of rebirth and renewal, the beginning of a new cycle, fertile and full of potential. Yeah, there may be something that you are truly creating something new for yourself in this time. Changing up patterns, changing up ways of being, changing up how you put your energy into something. Terrarium. Contained and composed, an environment of limitations balanced with refinement, preciousness, may indicate an underlying need for firm boundaries. This new self may be very difficult to be falling into. I actually just flipped up this card, which coincides as one of the people I have followed. They don't believe in coincidences, and a lot of times I really don't either. Metamorphosis. I'll read that one as well. Transformation, transition, hope, death, and rebirth may signify a loved one who has passed. A lot of times I don't actually see that as a loved one who has passed. A lot of times my guides see it as a past self that you are shedding. And so it really may be a time of rebirth within oneself, going about sowing your seeds in a different way so that you can truly create something beautiful and not just things that are unsatisfactory, you know? Like you may in the past have put a lot of time and effort into things that really don't bring much to you, but now it's like a change of ways, right? You can do past, present, and future. Okay. Near future. This is present. Great. Now where's my near future? Okay. Okay. One more card for this past energy as well. Please, Spirit. Alright. So in the past we have both the Knight of Wands in the reverse and the Page of Wands in the upright position. Immediately what came to me was actually the last reading I did for you, which is releasing that player-like energy, or that I got like my actions don't have consequences, like I can just do whatever I please. And take a little sip of my coffee. It's not me coffee, it's tea. I'm only doing it with both hands because I'm covering up the cup, but yeah, there may be some scrubbing of past self, covering up of past self, not desiring to show what's in your cup from the past. definitely a lot of the same releasing of your player-like energy. If you, of course, take what's yours, leave the rest behind. As it resonates is how you take it. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's not for you. Maybe the next one will be, who knows. But there's a lot of just releasing of this player-like, flighty, only desiring sex type of energy, to the extent of going back to like the basics, like trying to, I feel as though somebody is taking a step back and almost reflecting in a more innocent perspective their actions and how their actions did bring consequences and what specific type of consequences they brought, and how those actions led you to this point. And in this present energy, there's an aspect of I'm getting like you no longer need to prove yourself. And there's a lot of disinterest, boredom, stubbornness, apathy. There's this aspect of like, I don't want any sort of love that is brought to me. I don't really want any sort of compassion. I have no need to prove myself anymore. I have put passion and energy into something, but there's like a stripping away of some aspects of care that used to be there. It doesn't feel like a bad thing. It just feels like you're realigning where your care is supposed to go. And so at this point, it's like you could feel very apathetic. And in the future, like these three cards that I'm gathering, it really just looks like some sort of breaking up. You might be breaking up a friendship. You might be breaking up with like an actual partner. We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse, which in how my spirit guides talk to me, that usually is considered to be an ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, whatever. And then the Three of Cups in the reverse, it's like, and then the Hanged Man in the upright position. So it's like you're in the near future having this amount of enlightenment about the fun and games with somebody is no longer fun. This person is they could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and this person, their judgment could be pretty clouded when they may be somebody that could have pretty decent judgment in general when they work on themselves, but right now their judgment is pretty clouded. You may not desire to have joyous times with them anymore, or the joyous times have just come to an end and you're being enlightened about that. And it's kind of like you're being forced to sit back and see that it's no longer fun. It's no longer fun and games. This person might be a bewitch. This person might be just very cruel with their words, very sharp with their words. They could just in generally have a sharp tongue. Not seeing things clearly, not very pleasant to be around in general. And so there's this combination of this unpleasant energy and this lack of like joyous celebration with this person, lack of like friendship, of just love and like coming together, and any sort of like whatever, it's like the party's come to an end kind of thing. And so you're having to be forced into a position almost to sit back and see that, and see like how drastically everything's coming to an end with this person. And so with the 3 cards at the bottom of the deck as well, the Star in the reverse, the Chariot in the reverse, and the Fool in the reverse, this may also cause you to be in a position of feeling like you don't know where to go. Like you might need to heal, but you have no idea like how to heal from this situation. You have no idea how to move forward from this situation, because everything just looks like tunnels that have no light at the end of the tunnel. It's just darkness. And with the Chariot, that's Cancerian energy, and the Chariot in the reverse is that things are out of alignment. The Chariot cannot move forward if things are out of alignment, if there's no balance. The yin and the yang need to be there, balancing each other out, and if it's not there, then it rips things apart. Both of the horses need to be ready to go. All of the wheels need to be working. Everything needs to be in alignment in order for any progress to be made forward. And when the Chariot is in the upright position, Cancerian energy in the Chariot is like you're moving towards success. It is a card of success and moving forward, moving out of like previous belief systems. But in the reverse, it's like there's something imbalanced, and so you just can't. And so you may have this desire to heal, to move forward, but without the tools, it's very difficult to even know how to, like, how do you fix the Chariot? How do you heal what needs to be healed? And then wanting this new beginning, it might just not be even wise to go towards this new beginning if everything is so imbalanced. Like, yeah, there's a new beginning in store, but everything needs to be flipped in the right position in order to actually make progress that way. Otherwise, it's very much a situation of you need to look before you leave. 12:12 is on the clock. So it may be a lot of, completing a cycle of, could be a karmic cycle of sorts. It could be just lessons that you needed to learn in general. And I just got like, I just saw these two. And maybe that you're also looking out and looking out into the future and seeing that what is coming towards you is an abandonment situation, or these feelings of abandonment. And so that might be also an amount of fear. Yeah, because it's like you may want to bring home your full harvest that you've been putting time and energy into, but at this point, even if there's something about the situation that even if you continue to work and work and work, there's some aspect of the harvest that just won't be as satisfactory. And so it's important to, I guess, not concentrate on what you won't be able to harvest, and understand that the locusts come and the bugs come and eat up like the corn, and you might not get as much lettuce or anything like that. Like, you just harvest what you can and be happy with that to the best of your abilities. Be proud of yourself for what you did accomplish, even if it's not what you wished to have accomplished, because rejection is protection. And we have to go through many of these lessons in order to be able to be rewarded by the universe with what we truly desire. If we force it, it won't happen. But if we figure out, maybe it is something that you need to talk to somebody else about. I don't know what it is for your situation, but if you don't have the tools to be able to go through this healing process, because it does seem like you may be enlightened to a lot of things, but it may be a difficult jumpstart into the next healing process because of this situation. And this fear of abandonment, potentially. And looking into the future, thinking that that's the only product that's coming in for you, as well as not as many harvested goods, harvested aspects of life. Like, I almost think of it as if you're dating someone for like 5 years and you're like, okay, now I'm gonna, pop the question, and the other person's like, I actually don't want to get married. And then you're like, what? Like, that's what we were working up to this goal, this fruition. And the person's like, well, that's just not what, my personal life path. That's not what I want or align with. And then it kind of like throws you all off, because you're like, well, this whole time, like, I was investing and working, and I wanted to something that grew into something else, and eventually got into, like, maybe you had this whole thing planned out. Of course, this is just a situation I'm bringing up the top of my head kind of thing, but maybe you had this like whole plan, or even like with a business kind of thing, where you wanted to go up the ladder in the business, but then they're like, hey, that's just not the position we have for you. And so it's like what do I do with that? I've put so much investments into this, and now you're saying that I have to go home with, like, I still get a lot, but like, I have to go home with not the thing that I was putting all of my time and energy and like efforts thinking that I would get this goal. And so it could be really frustrating, seeing that things aren't working out in the way that you maybe have hoped that they would. But I see that there's a lot of opportunities to learn how to heal, to learn how to realign and move towards success. It just may be some bumps along the road, and some enlightenment that will be had in order to identify what is and what isn't working out. And there will be, in all things, there's a calm before the storm, there's a calm after the storm. The storm will come either way, but there's always going to be calm at some point. All right. Take what's yours and leave the rest behind. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time.